Welcome to Miffs. I'm Matt Huss.
And I'm Dan Rhodes. Whether you know about Theseus or you're revising your syllabus,
If you want tales with a bit of jest, or you just want to hear about incest.
What?
What? It's really interesting.
Welcome to Miffs. Welcome to Miffs. Hello everybody and welcome to episode 59!
Yeah!
59!
And it's the first episode where we haven't murdered a person called Jeff.
Yay! Woo! Yeah.
Dan, 59, it's actually my favourite sexual position, the 59.
The 59?
Yeah.
Where's the 59, Matt?
The 59, good question. The 59, it's like the 69, but instead of like, you know...
It's like a crucifix, one lies across you.
Yeah, it's actually, no, the 59, because obviously, let's say you're the 9, you're on the bottom.
Yeah, on the bottom.
And the 5 is having sex, with, like, getting oral from a very fat man. You know, the big 5, big belly, isn't it?
Big 5, with the big belly.
Yeah.
He's on like lying on his side.
Yeah. It's like, make love to me. 59.
The imagery of that voice. Okay.
So to
Wonder if that will catch on.
The fat guys are really hoping it will do. Anyway, how are you, Dan?
I'm good, Matt. How are you?
Good. Have you tried the 59?
No. However, being in the bed with a fat man, no.
I don't know why just a fat man from Yorkshire called Darren. Right, pal. So Dan, what I thought was quite nice, because we're 59, we've had some quite experimental kind of intro to the episodes. We kind of talked about some bits and bobs, a lot of facts from you. But let's predict what your life's going to be like when you're 59 years old. What do you think your life's going to be like when you're 59?
When I'm 59, I hope to still be alive, touch wood. I hope to be successful in whatever I'm doing.
Yeah. Well, what do you think you're doing now? Like, let's say it's a day in the life of a 59-year-old Dan.
59-year-old Dan.
Boom. A day in the life.
Can I do this is my absolute, what I dream, okay? This isn't probably isn't what's going to happen. It's what I want to happen.
But then afterwards I can say what I think's going to happen.
Okay, and then we'll do that for both, okay?
Yeah.
That's going to be savage. What I think's going to happen, what I want to happen. 59-year-old Dan, he wakes up in bed. Morning, honey. I turn around. There's my beautiful wife of... Let me do the maths.
Yeah.
Of 25 years marriage.
Wait, how much is that?
Because we've been... Well, let's say we got married when I was 30. Something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ambitious.
So 29 years. How was your day? What do you mean, my day? I've just woken up, you wench. I slapped him.
Nothing says dream situation like domestic abuse. Wow. Lovely.
No. Morning, honey. Oh, good morning. I wake up, I go into my massive ensuite shower, because, spoiler alert, this house is big.
You sound like Alan Partridge. Go on.
I go into my beautiful rainfall shower. There's water coming at me from everywhere, going into all... I've got them aimed directly at all my orifices. It's like
the way you're doing that, you're gesturing like a massive dick, going towards your face, and also in your ass as well.
No, it's super crazy. Obviously, it's in the future, so I step out of the shower and I say, "Dry me," and the computer says, "Certainly, sir." And it's like a Jarvis situation where they like all these heaters. I'm very specific. Sorry, this is way longer than you thought. No, I get up. I'm in a massive house. I go downstairs. I eat breakfast. I'm reading the paper.
Oh, hold on. What are you having for breakfast?
Weetabix, obviously.
That is achievable.
That is achievable. Yeah. I'm eating Weetabix, and yeah, it's a really big kitchen. I mean, this house is honestly, Matt. This house.
You've mentioned that twice now.
Such a nice house. I'm doing well for myself.
Whereabouts is it in the UK?
the UK?
Is it in the UK?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somewhere in the south, obviously.
Wait, you're not going to move up north?
No, unfortunately not. No. Well, after Brexit, the north is fucked. Everyone had to move back down. They had to reopen the mines.
For the dead bodies.
Wow,
dark.
What are you doing today, Dad? I have my children are there.
Oh, how old are they?
They are a boy and a girl, aged.
Yeah, this is interesting.
How
They're
old
both
are
at
they?
home?
Yeah, why are they at home? Get a job.
Maybe they're here to see you for your 59th
It's a
birthday.
weekend. Oh, it's my 59th birthday. Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
In March.
Yeah. What have you got coming up in work, Dad? Oh, it's difficult, son and daughter, whom I love. And whom are healthy. Thank God, right?
It's like, Dad, why are you speaking like that? It's really weird.
I have tuberculosis.
That's some really good acting.
Not long now.
That's the kind of acting that'll get you that house.
Not long now, yeah. Oh, well, I've got a film that's coming out recently. That's going to be incredible. Going to do a premiere.
What's it called?
It's called James Bond.
In the future, you know, it's like the Spectre, Casino Royale.
No, I'm a villain in the newest James Bond
No,
movie.
it's just called James Bond.
I'm a villain in the latest James Bond
You know when, like,
it's a film I wrote and directed and it's got an Oscar. And I'm going to have it hasn't got an Oscar. Yeah, I've got to go to the premiere for people who didn't watch it and decide. Anyway, and after that, I then go to a meeting for a company I am the chairman of that earns me a lot of money, most of which I give to charity, obviously.
What does the company do?
The company...
Wait, are you describing... Are you Bruce Wayne?
The company does a lot of things. It's a conglomerate of various. It's a pharmaceuticals charity that works for a non-profit and it gives people drugs for free.
That's really awesome, actually. Because the way you phrased it to start with was like you were like, "Well, we do stuff," which like, yeah, you're definitely they're taking out like Soviet republics, aren't you? Like, okay, that's fine.
And I own a diamond mine in Africa. Okay, so
that's how you make your fortune.
Take from the poor, give to other rich people. And then what's going to happen? Yeah, I've got a film. I'm very successful in TV and film. Not too famous though. Like I don't want paparazzi everywhere. Miffs is still going. Later on, my good friend Matt Hoss is going to come. Is he alive still? He's alive. Yeah.
What's his like in your scenario? Because like,
well, we're going to skip to that, and that'll be when you do your bit.
But I think your fantasy is slightly different from my fantasy. But like, what's Matt Hoss in like in your scenario?
In this scenario, he's a very successful comedian.
Get in!
And he's that kind of creepy 59-year-old that's dating like a 20-year-old.
Fuck off. Accurate,
but accurate, yeah.
Well, after those minds got reopened,
but no, I'm living the life, successful. Kids are doing well, wife's doing well, happily married, nice house. Keep mentioning that.
Yeah, really.
But no, I'm doing okay, and I think I'm doing the things I want to do. I'm happy, and I'm still travelling as well. I've got some holidays planned. I'm still travelling the world, always travelling. I'm about to visit my 150th country.
Ethiopia.
I haven't been there yet. No, pretty good. I'm about to visit Syria actually because things there are looking better now. You can go on holiday there now.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, got brought by the Chinese. And I have a dog. Maybe 2 dogs. I live on a farm.
Wait, a mansion farm?
It's like a country estate.
Okay, yeah. Okay, very nice. Are we doing the real version of that? Because that might take ages. But
No.
What's my version of that?
No, you have to do the real version.
The real version? Oh.
What's Dan Rose's real version?
Oh, should we just stick to like my fantasy?
Okay. Then ding dong, Matt Hoss is at the door. What is 59 Matt Hoss? This is the same universe. What?
Well, I think I'll start my fantasy off, and you can kind of pick it apart if you feel. Because I feel there's certain parts of the story I can pick apart afterwards. Okay. I wake up. Wake up. And next to me, my partner for the last 25 years. I go, "Morning, honey." He turns around to me and goes, "Matt, I'm your podcast partner. This is not okay. Like, you shouldn't have fantasies about me." I'm like, "No, but it's what I wanted. It's my fantasy." I imagine we're going to be like lawfully married.
Okay. So in your fantasy, I'm married to you. Nice, yeah.
Then well, the thing that I'm struggling with is like, even though it's my fantasy, I have such a low self-esteem in myself. Like,
no, what do you want your future?
Okay, I'll do it properly. I would wake up. I live in a house which is again, I think a country estate. I would wake up about 4:30 in the morning because I got to see to the animals. I run a a sanctuary for animals as well, so it's all like lovely. I run it off.
Notice how I said farm, which means they get killed.
We've actually had the discussion before because we wanted it when we're older and famous. We want to. Hopefully famous, touch wood. But we want to run our own.
No, because we both like animals,
and we want to like care for them as well. But with me, it's more like rescuing them, saving them, giving them good lives. Dan's like, I want to eat them. but what was your? You said you wanted to have.
It's a rare breed farm.
Rare breed farm.
Yeah.
Mine's just like get ready for this. It's going to be called Second Chance Sanctuary. It's got a vegan cafe. Loads of my friends who want to work there do it, and it's run by donations and volunteers and stuff like that. And and if people if people want to come down and meet me, you can do it there as well. So it's a nice little place, and I look after all these animals. Get up early, I feed them myself. I like to get my hands dirty. Not literally though. That's why I pee. The work is for. So I get up and then I have breakfast with my unemployed son because he's
whose name is.
His name is Joseph with a F because his mum just loves communist Russia. So
is it you that likes the name Sebastian?
No, not me.
No, well, that's my friend Chris.
I changed it. Get rid of Joseph. I'm gonna have 2 daughters, and one of them's there. One of them's in LA.
Oh, actually, nice.
I want to be in. Do I want to be in America? Not since the Trump wars. No. So just having coffee and breakfast in the morning, meeting family. Everyone's coming around. It's all nice and chilled out. And I have to. Then I go to record a podcast. And I go there and I record with Laura Lex. She's doing really well. I walk past this homeless man. I go, there's a couple of pound coin change. And he's like, we used to be in a podcast group together. It's like, what's your name? Dan Rhodes. It's like, get fucked and I kick you to death. It's like a dark really fast.
Yeah, that's funny. Carry on.
So there's a lot of bitterness coming out here. And then I would, I would go to my TV presenting job in London. You know, kind of like a one show kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I don't do it. I do it for the money, but then I go and do stand up on the night as well.
Yeah.
Where people absolutely love me.
Have you sold out in comedy yet, or are you still? Are you Stuart Lee or Michael McIntyre?
I think it's slightly true. I've got Netflix specials, but they're very personal. A bit like Hannah Gadsby kind of thing. That's my vibe.
Oh yeah, that's a good way of selling how to succeed. Name a comedian that no one's heard of.
Oh, Hannah Gadsby's pretty famous.
Who's Hannah Gadsby?
She has a show called Nanette, which is a very powerful show about really taking comedy, talking about really powerful things in comedy, and also talking truth about comedy, because she's saying like you can't. It's quite it's quite an emotional show. If you know what I mean. So.
I'm going to be honest here. No offense, but I have no idea who that is. Continue.
Imagine Russell Howard, but actually the opposite of Russell Howard. Basically quite famous, but like famous in my own terms.
Okay.
People like what I do.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
So this is a
cult following.
Yeah, cult following. Yeah, but I have a presenting job as well.
Yeah.
Like Paul Sinner.
Okay. Yeah.
Paul Sinner from The Chase. Any subsidiary questions? Go to bed and have sex with 8 ladies.
Well, you said you were married for more than 25 years.
She's not the No.
Nice. That's funny.
I think she's an octopus. That's honestly one of the most deranged starts to a podcast I've ever done. So,
so many people have just tuned out after all of that.
Okay, so what do you think's wrong with my? What do you think honestly will happen to me when I'm 59?
I don't think it'll be that much different, actually. I think mine was quite exaggerated, but yours is actually probably quite spot
on. Yeah, hopefully. Anyway, I think that it seemed all right. Well, hopefully I get married. Do you reckon I'll be married when I'm 59?
Yeah, I think you'll be on your second wife.
You reckon? I don't think I'm going to do a second wife.
Yeah.
Well, not our choice.
People always say I'm the kind of person they reckon would have get married more than once, but I really think I'm the kind of person that after I've been married once, probably wouldn't do it again. I know you don't know about the situations and stuff, but that's probably how I feel right now.
Anyway, Dan, should we talk about a myth?
Yeah. Well, that was a fun intro.
Yeah, we did not plan that whatsoever as well, so that was quite fun.
Which is weird because I think it came across as very.
Dan, I've got my script here. So. Okay, before we go into that, ask me one question about my fancy life, one question about your life.
Matt. What car are you driving when you're 59?
I drive a hover car.
A hover car, nice.
Dan, how many people have you murdered?
By the time I'm 59? Well, I'm already on 2, so... I probably won't murder any more, to be honest. Probably 3 or 4.
You don't.
Yeah, I've dabbled.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get on to the myth.
God, what horrendous foreshadowing if in the future I'm in prison for murdering 4
Yeah,
people.
because, in the documentary, they would definitely use that and be like, another echo it and repeat it. It's like, I've dabbled.
Yeah.
I got a picture of your stony dead eyes as well.
Welcome to the Odyssey, where we meet a man stranded at sea, searching for home with varying success. Why didn't he just book a National Express?
Anyway, welcome back to another part of the Odyssey. What part is it now, Dan?
The mouth.
This is the mouth of the Odyssey. I'm not quite sure what that means, but it's the mouth. And and today, on episode 59, we are looking at book 15 and book 16. What happened? We don't know. Shall I do a long overview of what's happened? You do what's happened in the last episode?
Yeah.
Basically, Odysseus is finally... he's been... from Trojan War, he's been trying to find his way home for the last 20 years. He's gone through lots of adventures. He's stayed at the Phaeacian island. And then he's left very recently. What happened after that?
He's just been dropped off on a beach, Ithaca. He's finally got to the island where he lives, his homeland, where he's king. The Phoenicians have dropped him off on a beach. He's woken up. Athena's been there. She said, hey, look, there are a lot of suitors here, because his wife is... Penelope. She has like 100 suitors that are all waiting for... Basically, they all think Odysseus is dead because it's been 20 years, and they all want to become king and marry the queen. She is holding out that her husband is still alive, which of course we know she is. Dramatic irony. So he's woken up. Athena said, look, there's a lot of people here that don't like you, or will probably want you dead so that they can have your wife. So you need to be on the lookout. You can't just rush in and tell everyone you're home. He says, sweet. Then she turns him into an old beggar, and he goes to this swine farmer, this pig farmer's house, the swineherder, this pig farmer's house called...
What's his name?
Eumenes. And he's been really, really lovely, and he actually used to work for Odysseus, so he's always talking about how much he likes Odysseus. But he doesn't know that this old man he's looking after is Odysseus.
And so what does Eumenes sound like?
He's a Yorkshireman. He talks like that. Hello, old man. Take a seat. And
he lives in a little mud hut, doesn't he?
Live in mud hut. I'm just going to tend to pigs. Tend to my swine.
How does Odysseus speak?
I think Odysseus.
He's a bit more...
Yeah, hello.
It's like Yorkshire twinge, but not... It's a bit more... He's travelled the world, so he...
I suppose he have a similar accent.
Yeah.
Alright, pal. I'm quite cultured now, actually, thank you. I grew up here, but I don't...
Yeah, I don't...
It probably sounds like you.
Yeah.
A privileged northerner.
What do you mean privileged? Oh, it's because I know 4 English words.
Yeah.
What I've been doing recently...
No, because you've got like one of those... You've got a Yorkshire accent that's been tainted by your time in the south.
Well, I'm not quite sure, because I think I've always had quite a soft Yorkshire accent, because... I don't know, is it soft? I don't think
it is now, yeah. I think it has, yeah.
How about when I was first at uni? Was it like...
I think it was stronger when I first met you.
Interesting.
It was never like full on, but I do remember thinking. I remember being able to place your accent.
I like how you said full on. It sounded like sorry, ma'am. You know your son has full blown Yorkshire accent. Oh, help, pal! Oh no, gravy! Oh no!
I remember when I first met you. I remember thinking like, oh, I could tell you were from Yorkshire.
Okay.
Whereas now I think if I met you, I wouldn't. Obviously, I know where you live, but like I think if anyone else met you, you wouldn't know.
That's interesting. Because I always thought my accent was always a bit of a misnomer, really, but. Anyway, talking about...
Do you think I sound like I'm from Essex?
Well, isn't the whole of South just Essex anyway?
Yeah.
Oh, cool blimey! Oh, yeah! Oh, hosted! There we go.
Nice.
Is that what you sound like?
Yeah.
That's when I go to sleep, I think of that of you. Anyway, shall we crack on with the myth?
So, he's asleep at Eumenes' mud hut.
And where did Eumenes, where did he sleep?
He slept outside with the pigs.
Which is a sweet thing, but hopefully he hasn't been You know,
No.
David Cameron them.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's the start of book.
Porking the pork.
What, sorry?
Said, I hope he hasn't been porking the pork.
Ah, very clever. Well done.
Thank you. I was your octopus joke earlier.
Yeah. I hope you're not that successful, because I'm going to be really annoyed, because obviously you're going to get famous and I'm not. Anyway, Athena travels to Sparta.
Sparta!
Forgot that was a thing. I genuinely had a shout in my ear. Athena travels to a place and visits Telemachus in a dream.
Telemachus is Odysseus' son.
Who's about 16 and has been searching for him.
He's 16 and he's been away for 20 years. How can it be his son?
Don't think about it! No, I think... probably...
Are we assuming Odysseus left when he was either an infant or even maybe when she was pregnant with him?
Well, what she did...
They've never met, have they? Bottom line is he's never actually met his father.
Well, I think it must have been a newborn baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, he doesn't know anything about his father, really.
Yeah.
Only what people say in stories. So Telemachus is his son. Athena tells him to take his leave of Menelaus quickly and return home so that he need not fear for the welfare of his goods. She informs him that Eurymachus has given the most presents to Icarus, Penelope's father. Telemachus had best return home in case Penelope decides to give some of her son's wealth to her prospective husband.
Icarus is Odysseus' father-in-law.
No, I think it's a different person because...
I was going to say, Icarus died when he was younger because he flew too close to the sun.
This is spelled Icarus, but with the I. Icarius, I guess.
Icarius.
Yeah. But I thought...
I thought he died a tragic death at age like 20-something.
Well, yeah, it's a different one as well. So Telemachus awakens, and in the morning he and Pisistratus take their leave of Menelaus and Helen, as we discussed in the first episode of the Odyssey. However, the Spartan king bestows a golden goblet and silver bowl forged by Hippolytus by Telemachus as his guest gifts. Helen gives him a lovely gown which could be worn by Telemachus' future wife. Ooh. That's kind of like when you go to see family friends, like, you've got a girl. Are you courting anyone?
Yeah.
As Telemachus and Pisistratus mount their chariot, an eagle bearing a captive goose flies by them on their right side. Helen interprets this as a sign of Odysseus' imminent return and fulfillment of his vengeance against the suitors.
Brian the Eagles appeared.
Yes, mate! Brian! How's it going, pal? It's like, what? I can't remember how Brian sounds. Alright, pal.
Alright, pal.
Have you had a 59? I've had a 59. But, so, an eagle with a captive goose in its mouth, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. And she's gone, well, that's Odysseus returning home and killing suitors. It's like, Helen, are you mad? Yeah. So, what's the goose called? Brian Eagle and Gary the Goose?
Gary the Goose. Rest in peace.
At the end of this episode, we're going to have an in memoriam of, like... Well, that's what we should do at the end of this year, have an in memoriam of characters
lost, yeah.
Anyway, so, what happens after that, Dan?
Telemachus rides for 2 days back to Pylos, where he asks Pisistratus to drop him off at his ship so he might board it quickly and avoid a laborious leave-taking from Nestor. Although Pisistratus knows his father will be angry, he insists his new friend by leaving him by the ship. I've said that again wrong. Although Pisistratus knows his father will be angry, he assists his new friend by leaving him by his ship. After Pisistratus has departed for his father's house, Telemachus' men prepare the ship for its voyage. Meanwhile, Telemachus is pouring a libation to the gods. He is visited by Theoclymenus, a prophet in a long line of prophets who is presently a fugitive from the region of Argos. He's been lost in their warehouse forever. The prophet's ancestor, Melampus, had sought and won the hand of Nestor's sister years ago. Melampus then migrated to Argos. Theoclymenus himself has slain a man who has many kinsmen. Fleeing their wrath, Theoclymenus requests passage on Telemachus' ship. The young son of Odysseus grants the fugitives his wish to accompany him to Ithaca. Telemachus' ship then sets out and heads for Ithaca. It sails on into the night in the hope of avoiding the suitors' ambush. Athena had previously warned Telemachus of his imminent danger.
I'm not sure if you remember, but in the first episode, the suitors had planned this as well.
They had, yeah. So that backstory was just a bunch of fugitives that have turned up to the ship, and they're like, hey, we have travelled to here to Sparta from Argos, and we'd like to continue on to Ithaca. Can we grab a lift, please? Mm-hmm. And he said, yes. Meanwhile, Odysseus again tests Eumaeus. Odysseus suggests that he should leave the swineherd's dwelling and head for the main city, where he can beg from the suitors. Eumaeus quickly dissuades him from this idea and keeps him sheltered in his mists.
Okay, so why do you think Odysseus will be testing Eumaeus? What's the purpose of that?
To see he tests his loyalty.
Yeah, and basically, because Odysseus needs someone he can trust, and basically he can't just go back into his home because he doesn't know who he can trust. So he's plotting here. And but that being said, whilst Odysseus is being very cunning, he's also kind of exploiting Eumaeus' kindness a bit. Bear in mind, he's just like staying at his house all day. It's like, when someone's at your house and you're like, I would really like you to go so I can play my Xbox a little bit, if you know what I mean. Do you ever get that? Because when you were a kid and you're like, your friends have stayed there for too long, it's like, oh, let's get going.
Yeah.
I remember at university one time, I used to have a sketchbook called Hostages.
I remember it well.
Dan was my right-hand man. He was assistant to me. He's at least funny one of the group, but I let him hang out with the cool kids, me. But the thing is, whenever one night they came around to my third year flat, there was Shuey, Maddie, I think Zach as well, maybe, and they all kind of I was really tired. I was kind of hinting at them, like, can you? That was pretty late. You should probably get going now. And they're like, "No, we're gonna get into your bed." And just kind of got in my bed and started to fall to sleep. I was like, "This is the worst night of my life." So I slept outside and fucked some pigs.
Callback. Odysseus and
Eumaeus.
Jesus. Odysseus and Eumaeus stay up all night long telling stories. Eumaeus tells Odysseus the story of his life. Good God. He was a prince on the island of...
hold on. Can you do it in Eumaeus' Yorkshire accent, please?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Eumaeus tells Odysseus the story of his life. I were a prince in the island of Syria, who is not an island, but maybe it's like Ethiopia. I was a prince on the island of Syria, whose homeland was visited by Phoenician traders. One of the traders made a pact with the Phoenician slave in my household, and he agreed to free the bondswoman and restore her to her homeland. In recompense, the slave would steal treasure to give the traders. She would also, to turn over her charge and... She also agreed to turn over her charge of Eumaeus, me himself, and I got sold to be a slave whenever the Phoenician men desired.
That also happens quite a lot for the people to be sold into slavery quite fast as well, particularly poor people.
After the Phoenicians had finished a year trading, they prepared to depart from Syria. The slave woman stole golden vessels from the palace and led me out of the palace and down to the Phoenician ship. The ship sailed away from Syria, but the slave woman died on board without reaching her homeland. Her body was cast into the sea. I was sold to Laertes in Ithaca. Laertes in Ithaca, where I was greatly cared for by Anticlea, who treated me almost as well as she did her own children.
To let you know, Laertes is Odysseus' father, and Anticlea, I believe, is his wet nurse. It's Odysseus' wet nurse.
Nice.
Have you ever had a wet nurse done?
Is that when you ejaculate in your dreams? Then no, never had a wet dream actually. That's a fun fact.
Really?
I've never had it. Yeah, I always felt a bit weird at school because I was like, I thought it was something you had to have, but I just realised that some people are just lucky never had it during puberty.
But then again, I don't think you've ever had any emotions anyway. It's like
no, that's true. You have to have feelings, don't you, to be aroused? I think my CPU would melt. Does that help bring the story to life, my amazing accent?
Yeah, but I know one person in particular who's going to be really annoyed at that accent anyway, but...
Who's that?
My friend Pip, who is a Yorkshire man. He always gets really annoyed when you do a Yorkshire accent. He goes, if he does it again, I'll kill him, so...
That was like a fake one, though.
Yeah. Can you do a Sheffield accent just to annoy Pip?
Is that not what I just did?
Yeah, probably.
When Odysseus and Eumaeus have finished their talking, they sleep for the few remaining hours until dawn. Meanwhile, Telemachus arrives at Ithaca, having successfully avoided the suitors' ambush. At Athena's behest, he asked his companions to continue around the coast of Ithaca to the city, where the ship might be returned to its owner. Telemachus himself must set out on foot for Eumaeus' dwelling, as per Athena's instructions. Before the men have departed, Telemachus witnesses another portent. A falcon flies by on Telemachus' right side, bearing a captured pigeon in its talons.
Okay. Sorry, there's loads of like birds eating birds.
Yeah. Theoclymenus, one of the fugitives, right, interprets the portent as a sign of Telemachus' family's continued dominance in Ithaca. Pleased with the reading, Telemachus commands Piraeus, one of his loyal comrades, to care for Theoclymenus in the city until Calamitous fetches him later.
Okay.
Is it a syllabus at school?
Yeah,
to read bird signs.
See, what I find though, it's really quite annoying because I know what they're trying to say, but it sounds like there's a sign for everything, if you know what I mean. Like, how specific does it get? So if you ever see a eagle carrying a goose, and you have to know what both of those birds are, that means that Odysseus is going to kill some suitors in a second. However, if it's a falcon and a pigeon, it means that there's going to be some family dominance in the island of Ithaca for 100 years. It's like, what is this? What is this? You know, also, it's not the gods who do this, because the gods can't be this efficient, you know what I mean?
Also, Odysseus is always on the right side. Left side must mean something. Over the head must mean something.
I think this actually links back to Tartarus, remember? Because if you're good, you go to the right hand side. The right is conveyed as being good. The left is conveyed as being evil. If you know what I mean? So if you go left for Tartarus, if you know what I mean. So I think on the right, you're supposed to show that you're being quite.
And don't weave for a soul over a left shoulder to. That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah. So the left is when people in Victorian times, if you were left-handed, that would be sacrilegious. If you know what I mean, you're supposed to be right-handed. Again, those kind of things.
After this, Telemachus' companions embark and sail for Theoclymenus to the city. Telemachus himself journeys on foot to the dwelling of Eumaeus, where the loyal swineherd sleeps faithfully with his master's pigs. So Telemachus is about to bump into his father at the hut.
But why is Telemachus going to Eumaeus' hut?
Because he's been told to by Athena, yeah.
My bad. But also what I kind of like is that, Theoclymenus, because he gives Telemachus a lovely reading, it's like, oh, take care of him. But imagine if you give him a bad reading, it's like, oh yeah, you're going to die in a second. He goes, well, cut off your head, and stuff like that. So, yeah. But Telemachus is a nice little chap. So he's about to bump into his dad. What's going to happen? Oh, I'll just tell you, that's the point of this podcast. Telemachus arrives at Eumaeus' hut. The swineherd embraces him as if he was his own son, and introduces him to his beggar companion, Odysseus. Telemachus is actually quite reluctant to place Odysseus under his protection as requested, as he has his hands full with the suitors. He can only give him some staples and send him where he wishes. Staples?
Yeah, I mean like staples, like staple food, don't they?
Okay,
like milk, bread, that sort of thing.
It's like, I can't help you, but here's some office admin, some stationery.
Yeah, some really good staples. I don't have anything here. What am I going to do with... Look, Eumaeus just...
Right, do some collating, laminate the sheet.
Yeah.
He becomes a receptionist. He gives him some staples and sends him where he wishes. Odysseus tries to rally him to fight the suitors, but Telemachus insists that he's powerless against them. He asks Eumaeus to tell Penelope and Laertes that he has returned safely, but not to let the suitors know. Athena then appears to Odysseus as a tall woman and instructs him to disclose his true identity to his son, because he's obviously being a beggar. She makes him youthful and attractive again. Telemachus sees his new appearance and believes him to be a god, but Odysseus reveals that he is his father. Dun, 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 dun. And explains that Athena changed his form. Telemachus hugs and both men cry.
Gay.
It's a father and son who see each other for the first time. No, it's definitely over.
No, that's quite nice actually, isn't it?
It's quite sweet.
That's really sweet, yeah.
But yeah, so Odysseus recounts how the Phaeacians gave him safe passage to Ithaca and says that they need to plan to kill the suitors. Telemachus does not think that they can defeat the suitors, who number over 100, even with the help of Athena and Zeus. Okay, so they're back together. They met each other for the first time. Have you ever cried whilst meeting your dad before?
No.
Well, probably the first time you met him.
Probably the first time I met him, I probably cried. Yeah, I have cried probably around him. Definitely cried.
Gay.
Do you cry every time you see your dad?
Well, when he beats me, yeah.
Yeah.
And the racist things he says.
There's a beautiful thing that's just happened there.
What's that?
With Odysseus and Telemachus.
It's nice, isn't it?
It is.
Odysseus hatches a plan. Tomorrow, Telemachus will return to the manor, and Odysseus, disguised as a beggar, will join him later with Eumaeus. Odysseus will endure whatever abuses the suitors heap on him. Then Athena will give Odysseus the word, and he shall signal to Telemachus to stow away all the weapons, but 2 sets of arms for them to use later on. He warns them not to let anyone, even Eumaeus or Penelope, to know about his identity as a test of loyalty, as he's doing with Eumaeus.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
So it's only Telemachus that knows who
only
it is.
Telemachus. Meanwhile, a messenger from Telemachus' ship loudly informs Penelope that her son has returned. Eumaeus whispers the same message to her. The suitors hear the messenger and do not understand how Telemachus escaped their ambush. They decide they must kill him before he tells the Achaeans about their murderous plans, and they will redouble their efforts to redouble their courtship of Penelope. One of the suitors, Amphimenus, argues that they should consult the god to see if murdering Telemachus is the correct action. The others agree, and they break up the meeting. So they're not just cold-hearted killers. So they're like, actually, maybe we should make sure it's all okay.
Yeah, maybe we should double check with the guys upstairs.
Yeah, in the god department.
Yeah.
Yeah, the murder department. It's just like, is it okay? Yeah. Penelope, who has already heard that the suitors plan to kill her son, tells them to cease their plotting. The suitor, Telemachus, denies it, and Penelope goes off to sleep. Eumaeus returns to his hut, and he tells Telemachus and the beggar that the messenger already gave the word to Penelope about her son's return. And all of them go to sleep. And that's the end of book 16.
Isn't showing up? There's going to be a big showdown, isn't there, between the suitors and Odysseus?
A big plan's being hatching, and from henceforth we're going to see what's happened to Odysseus in the town and how people react to him as a beggar, even though he's king on the inside. And I think that's quite a powerful image, the beggar and king aspect. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see what happens and what trials he must endure to get to that point of revenge as well. Anyway, shall we go and rank this?
Let's rank this mother.
Oh, Daniel Hoss. I see in my fantasy you'll take my last name.
I would do, yeah.
Yeah. So Dan, did you enjoy that myth?
I did enjoy that myth.
It's quite a slow paced one. Not much happened.
It was.
I think the results will reflect that as well. However, we rank this rank every myth out of 40 in 4 different categories. First one is life skills, the practical things we have learned. What things have you learned, Dan Rhodes?
How to, again, sail a ship.
Sail a ship. We learned how to avoid ambushes.
We learned to avoid ambushes. We learned to be kind and take fugitives on board.
We learned how to reveal your identity.
We learned to listen to the gods for once.
Yeah. We learned how to consult other people about murdering people.
Yep. Not huge, is it?
What else happens?
Orienteering, because he managed to find his way to
yeah.
Eumaeus' house.
We learned how to staple.
Yeah, we learned how to staple.
We learnt how to be in disguise.
Yeah, that's always a good one, how to be in disguise.
Oh, we learned how to read signs.
We learned how to read the bird signs.
We learned how to eat birds. We also learned how to do a story without doing bad improv halfway through. We also learned how to do a Yorkshire accent. And, not a lot. I think it's, to be honest...
Are you ready to do a countdown?
Should we do 3, 2, 1?
Yeah.
Or should we do that 8, 9, 10? Do it to flip around a little bit. Let's do 3, 2, 1.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, 2. 3. Yeah, 2.
Do you reckon 2 or 3?
Yeah. Nah.
Actually, it's slightly more. It's quite. It's enough. I'm going to bend to 3 because I think there's substance there.
Okay, let's put 3 in.
It's not nothing.
Yeah. Put 3 in.
Morals. What?
These are the
ethical
things we learn.
How we solve.
Be nice to fugitives.
Be nice.
Might come in handy.
Yeah, and also to make time for people because Telemachus was like, I ain't got no time for you. I got enough on my plate. But he's actually his dad, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
We also learn don't kill people.
Don't kill people.
Or at the very least, consult the gods before you do so.
Yeah.
Learnt that it's best to be honest, and also learn how to don't always trust everyone. No, you know what I mean.
Yes. Yeah.
Not a lot, is it?
No, I'm really struggling. Actually, I'm really thinking about stuff that happened.
I'm gonna say 3. Right?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah, 2.
You reckon?
Yeah. I was actually gonna go 1, but then as I was about to say 1, I thought, nah, that's too harsh.
It could be a 1. What's your argument for 1? Why do you say 1?
I just can't think of anything morally other than the fact that they had a beautiful moment when they hugged.
Yeah. Is that even moral though? You know? It's just nice, wasn't it? I think we have to not confuse sweetness with morals though. You know? Yeah. I guess Eumaeus being nice again, as he's a nice guest and he's helpful.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, I guess Penelope having these suitors in it. 2. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'll keep it a 2. Next up is creativity.
So the things we look for in a story.
Yeah, the narrative, the things we enjoyed about it.
I like how this is where the sweetness comes in. So, the fact that he reveals his identity only to his son, and how they have a lovely moment as well.
Yeah, that's very creative. The fugitives, they have a little backstory.
Yes,
that's always nice.
Yeah. How
the bird signs.
How we linked the start of the Odyssey to where we are now as well.
Yes, nice. Everything's come together. That's very well. That's quite seamlessly actually.
Yeah.
Because we've always been kept in the loop throughout the story, so we know that.
Eumaeus' backstory now.
How nice is Athena in all this, by the way?
So helpful as well. God that doesn't take the piss as well. But not loads. But I think more substance here.
Yes.
We also see a little bit of Penelope as well.
Yeah.
And also the plan. The plan's
very creative. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I'm going to say...
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
5. Nice.
Bang on average, that one. That's
average.
That's textbook.
5's always for textbook.
And W, the T, F.
So this is the
messed up things.
Messed up things. What the? Things that make you go, WTF. I mean, you never say that aloud.
Here's something I've noticed. This might be... I'll ruin a slight thing, but at some point you may have found out who Odysseus is. And I wasn't sure if it happened at the end of this. But, so currently, in their house, Telemachus knows that this beggar is sleeping... this beggar is Odysseus. And that Odysseus sleeps in the house at the moment. And they're all just kind of hanging out there. It's like, so Eumaeus is like, I guess everyone's just sleeping in my hut. Like, why does this prince who wasn't fucked about him like 10 minutes ago care about this beggar so much? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a bit messed up. But I'm not sure if Eumaeus knows at this point. I'm not sure if if he skipped over that or not. But
he said they didn't know.
Yeah.
Because Athena actively told Telemachus not to tell anyone else.
But I think, I'm not. But again, in that case, it's weird that Eumaeus is like, everyone just crash at my house, I guess.
He's just that nice a guy.
Yeah, but even so, I get a bit like, I do want to put my feet up and watch Netflix a bit. The ambushers, the suitors being there still, and they're plotting to murder as well. I guess that's kind of weird.
It's crazy that they're still there after like 20 years. Or whatever.
Well, I think it's about 10 years.
No, because he was gone for 10 years for the Trojan War, and then this has lasted about 10 years. Yeah,
but I think that they weren't there on day one because they
thought he was in the war, so they knew he'd be since the Trojan. They know the Trojan War's ended and he hasn't come back. That's when they assume he's dead, right?
Yeah, they've been there for about 8 years.
Bronchitis. WTF.
No, I'm struggling to reach.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, 2.
2. Yeah, I was going to go 2.
Oh, it's a low one, Dan. So let's add it up.
God.
3 plus 2 plus 5 plus 2, which equals 12.
Yeah.
Bottom. I think it's joint bottom. I think.
Yeah, it is 12.
Actually, no. I think it's 11. I think, but it's in the echelon.
Oh, it's low. It's low.
Ooh. But then again, we kind of get... I think from henceforth there won't be any low ones. I feel like it does get quite...
I still enjoyed it though.
It's good. It's nice.
We always say the score isn't necessarily reflective of whether we enjoyed it or not.
Yeah. It wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't anything mind-blowing. It's just, I think, narratively, it sets up the rest of the story. This is the precursor to what's about to happen. Anyway, Daniel, thank you so much for joining me once again. What a pleasure it is to have you here, my good friend. I can't wait to be 59 with you, and not 259 with you. That's a different thing.
Yeah, that's a different thing.
Yeah, but I can't wait to be 59 years old with you. Do you reckon we'll still do this podcast when we're 59?
Probably not. Imagine how many episodes there would have been.
Well, you know, like
Simpsons is still going.
Yeah, and obviously we got a lot more funding than The Simpsons, and
true.
we're a lot funnier than The Simpsons, and it's just a bit hack, isn't it? This is where comedy's at.
It is professional. We put time into it.
We don't just riff it, is it? Anyway, I feel really bad for mocking The Simpsons, but anyway, do you reckon we'll do a podcast when we're 59? You know, a different podcast,
Probably.
called Matt and Dan 59 each other. That's
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much for being for listening. You can find us online where?
Facebook or Twitter at Miffs Podcast.
And email us where?
Miffspodcast@gmail.com.
And give us how many stars on iTunes?
5.
And if you want to give us money, where you can find us?
Patreon or Ko-fi's, links at the bottom.
Yes, thank you very much. And tell all your friends all about this podcast.
As always, just, personal recommendations always goes a long way. Word of mouth.
Yeah, or get a tattoo.
Or get a tattoo that says Miffs, yeah.
Also, I was on a date recently, and I kind of realised I haven't been that paying attention to what I've been saying, because they go, "Oh yeah, I really enjoy your podcast called Milfs." Like, it's not called Milfs.
That's the working title.
Yeah. It's that's our 59 podcast. That is called Milfs.
Yeah. That's going to be a special episode called Miffs Milfs, where we just do the greatest ladies of the Miffs.
That is highly sexist.
Anyway, Matt, pleasure.
All right.
Thanks for having me again as a co-host presenter.
And listeners, thank you for listening. And be safe out there. Wear a condom when you're 59, people. Take care. Good night.
Bye.
Miffs, 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 Miffs.
Sorry, there's loads of like birds eating birds.
Birds, yeah. Sounds like a category, doesn't it, on a porn website? Birds eating birds.
Sex.